I'm really excited, and I'm so excited that we're getting to see it so much earlier in advance. That is the most exciting part. Homie is a really dear friend. He's a college friend of mine. So I'm here to root for him. And of course the wonderful ensemble. Some of the finest actors in this country are in this movie. And I don't think it can get better than this. This kind of ensemble with then Arjun and Deepika, who are in top form anyway. I think the whole combination of forces coming together are really tremendous. Well, it's not about a budget or it's about a scale or about a genre. It's about good films and bad films. And I think there's an audience for every kind of film. And I think Finding Fanny, just like Being Cyrus, is definitely one step ahead in making a new avenue for English language films with mainstream movie stars and actors. So I think I really hope it does exceedingly well. So it opens many more windows and doors for this kind of cinema. वो एक तो शेख और बुटिया वो tremendous idea था. I think होमी ने बहुत ही interestingly उस गाने को पेश किया है. वो rolling credit का गाना है, मैंने सुना है. But tremendous idea. I mean, great use of graphics. I am not so sure about the details, so I don't think I should comment on something. I'm just looking forward to seeing the film, and I'm sure that there will be no issue with the film at all. I'm sure it's a wonderful film made with a lot of fun and laughs. Well, I think, I mean, all of us as filmmakers, our final desire would be self-policing. We're all very conscientious people who worry about like the ramifications of our cinema on society. But unfortunately, there is a censor board and we have to adhere to the rules and regulations. I just wish that everything was smoother, progressive, and definitely I think keeping, of course, conforming to the norms of our traditions and values, but also taking steps ahead, because if we are constantly restricted, then we'll never be allowed to grow. But that's just my personal perspective. Feroz Saab is, I think, a living legend. और उनकी जो हर film, उनकी style, उनका charisma, I think, legendary है. His film Qurbani will always remain my favorite. And वो, I think, हिंदुस्तान के सबसे popular निर्देशक में से और actor माने जाते हैं. So all I can say is that we miss him tremendously, and more power to his cinema that he left behind.
ताकि audience को गलत फहमी ना हो कि scenes काटे जा रहे हैं. There's a certain word that there was an issue, and there is a certain moment that there is an issue. But more than that,
I think usually with every film, the film does go back and forth a couple of times before it's finally passed, and I think that's like usual routine. And I can't understand why for this particular film has been blown out of proportion for no reason. I haven't seen Mardani, so I don't know. Mary Com, of course, is going to release. But it's nice that the state recognizes these things, and I think it's a great way to sort of encourage films that are socially relevant. Absolutely, but I mean, I don't think the intention is to do a tax-free film. I don't think we set out to make those kind of films. I think we all sort of look for films that we connect with as an actor. You identify with a character. You look at the larger picture. You want to be part of a film where you want to tell an interesting story. And in the process, if it ends up becoming a biopic, or if it ends up becoming, you know, one of those films where the you know, a particular state feels like it should be tax-free, or you want to promote that kind of a film, then I think that's a great thing. I think today is our first screening, and we've not even seen the film ourselves. So it'll be quite interesting to see what, we don't even know who's here, so I mean it'll be interesting to see what couple of our friends have come to see the film.
We are the most lost people at this screening at this point, because we were discovering that in the car, acha koi aaya, kaun aaya, because we've just finished work and got in here. But it'll be nice to get feedback. It'll be the first genuine feedback we get from outside the film's perspective, so it should be interesting. The reactions, I mean, honestly, the reaction has been really nice. It's been overwhelming to know that people are reacting so positively to a film like Fanny. We always knew that. I think that's why we decided to be part of doing something unique in that sense. And the audience laughing it up, whether it's digitally, whether it's you guys who've spoken about the film so highly, I've recently joined Twitter, the kind of feedback I've got, it shows that our audience is ready. So the feedback has been very encouraging, and fingers crossed for the 12th of September.
I think it's largely been, it's looking really fun, it's looking really quirky, it's looking very different. I think these are largely the kind of reactions that are coming, and I think what we didn't expect is the kind of reaction that we've got to Shake Your Buttiya. We thought Fanny Ray was the song that everyone will enjoy, but I think Shake Your Buttiya is what people are really enjoying. In fact, I was listening to radio in the car the other day, and in a span of half an hour I heard the song like 3 or 4 times. So it's nice.
Sensory case. Deepika Padukone listens to the radio, that's big news. I think everybody in our country has a right to an opinion. She also has a right to an opinion, and she must be feeling it for a certain reason. I'm sure if she must be having a reason.
I think, like Arjun said, I think everyone has their personal preferences, personal tastes. But for someone like Asha ji, I mean, I completely respect her opinion.
So Finding Fanny, we are here to talk about. It's releasing in English and in Hindi. Fanny की बात करें, yes, it's one of the most delightful things from Goa, which has been known for so many years. मैंने आज तक टेस्ट नहीं किया, unfortunately. जब गोवा में थे. Unfortunately, I would like to taste it. Why not? But I remember we had this conversation while shooting also, but we never got down to tasting it or even trying it out. The more the merrier. जितनी हमारी पिक्चर दुनिया भर में पहुंचे उतना अच्छा. That is the idea of making cinema, is to break into different audiences, not only our Indian audiences. I think Finding Fanny primarily stems from that. I think a studio like Fox affiliating with the film speaks volumes about the fact that they look at it from that perspective as well. जैसे जब My Name is Khan लगी थी, they tapped into non-typical cultural Indian audiences. They try to hit a bigger diaspora of audience. हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि this film has that kind of merit. If we give it that kind of love and recognition from our country, it will transfer like how Lunchbox got reviewed so well. It did so well. I mean, Germany has done unbelievable business. America did unbelievable business. Finding Fanny, hopefully if people give it that love here, I'm sure Fox will do their best to make sure it reaches so many more people, like English as where Eros is concerned. So it's great. I think we should aim. Why not? Yeah? If their films can do well here, our films can do well across the world as well.
Absolutely. I think he's said it all. I don't think we should ever look at cinema as, oh, this is Indian cinema, or this is Hollywood, or this is... The idea is to entertain, and we're not restricting the audience, right? I mean, of course, we largely cater to an Indian audience, but of course we want to make films that kind of cuts across. I've always believed that how we say, we always say that love is a universal language. I also feel similarly, cinema is a universal language, and it doesn't matter what language you make the films in. As actors, we watch Japanese films, you watch French films, you watch Iranian films. You don't really understand, every word that they're saying, but you largely know because it's an emotion, it's a feeling. As human beings, you identify with that, and as long as you manage to do that, I think it's a battle won.
I think he was stylish, he was iconic, and I'm sure is sorely missed by all his fans, and we amongst those fans hope wherever he is, he's happy.
Of course, I think, he had his own style, he had his own individuality. I think actors today, I mean, he was someone that you watched his movies, you aspire, you get inspired, and of course we miss him.